Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Games out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7, and they're going to have a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Allen off the play fake. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. And again, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
On first down, Whitfield, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson gets this one to Morris. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The Ravens had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom...
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it with the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's pulled in at the 32. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Deep ball for Goodwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On play action, Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
York able to send this one through, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jackson on 1st down. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pick.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. A short kick taken at the 18. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Allen now on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime.
And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They find some open field here. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this one is incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
To throw again on second down. Allen, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, it was second long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there at 22. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Whitfield, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Whitfield. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On play action, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Whitfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down now, Whitfield. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
To throw again is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen off the play fake. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing now is Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. They throw it out right, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Whitfield, and a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammate.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Clock management, definitely critical. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Throwing, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They go play action with Jackson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. To throw is Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So Allen's going to look to throw. That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 55 yards. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.